Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the Mythic Legion's Arethyr wave, Magnus. Your main man, Chuck Magnus. He's not named Chuck, but in the Cabal group, this man has become a legend already because they keep making Chuck Norris memes about him. And it's kind of hilarious. But here we are with Chuck Magnus, is what I'm going to call him. Get busy in these streets, taking out the trash, right? So, what's crazy is, right, the Magnus on this is so nice. I always like crazy gold knights, and he has a nice blend of the gold and the skirt with the red and black, and it ties into his army. He just has a nice vibe, especially because I missed out on Sir Galarian, which I'm still hunting down to this day. I love Sir Galarian, and I never got a chance to get one. I just like that golden brown look. So this will hold me down in the meantime with Magnus's gold armor, the brown plating of the belt, and the red skirt. There is only one major gripe with Chuck Magnus. So there has been some issues with the dry splotting on him. I've dried mine a few times now, and it should be good, but the belt will come wet. So I advise that you hit it with either some clear matte spray, or what you do is you can take some tissue and keep dabbing it until you get all the wet spots out. It is going to be a little problematic for him, and it kind of sucks, but otherwise, I mean, I've been having a great time with Magnus. I really have. He uses a mix of some new parts, which will be for your skirt and the chest piece. It uses that brand new chest piece that Vorthog has, but now in gold, obviously. And it still uses 1.0 bodies, which give you the more heftier body for your knights, and a brand new head sculpt. So, let's talk about articulation with this. So, Chuck Magnus's human head, you can tilt left and tilt right, which is pretty nice. You can go left and right. You can look up. I think the only thing you can't do with your main man is look down technically. But why would you look down upon you, right? So we have that nice stern looking of him, which is pretty cool. I really like the way that kind of sets up for him. Because we have this really nice... There we go. We have this really nice stern but big nose. It kind of sets the character for him, especially with his... mustache and beard combination. It's one of those head sculpts that kind of just breed the stern stoic type, and it works for the guy in gold armor. It really does. Now, as far as our arm articulation goes, we can still hit our T-joint. We can actually tuck our armor into this new parts of the armor in the shoulder, so we actually get up a little bit higher, showing that. We have our single joint still, which we can rotate here at the forearm, and we have our gauntlet swivel. We have our horizontal peg, as you can see here. And we can move our arms in just a tad bit closer to allow for us holding double sworded weapons, which I know was quite the problem before. As you can see here, we can hold it just a bit closer. It doesn't necessarily always function out well. So let's see how it looks with a two-handed sword from the Red Shield Soldier as we test it out. And I know this was something that yeah, see? So with a two-handed sword, it actually does look a little bit better. I'm still trying to round out how it looks. There we go. There we go. We're looking a little better. So as you can see here, it does hold it better. But I'm still having some flimsy issues with my forearm. And that could just be me being tired as I do this video very late at night, which I probably shouldn't be. So now we're going to talk about our waist area. So, we can rotate backwards. Oh, see, there's a little paint scuffle on the inside, right? We can rotate down and in. We're using that ball joint that allows us to wiggle around, right? For those of you that are curious, yes, you can remove this. In case you've never seen a Mythic Legions before. We just cover that. I'm going to put that back because it feels very naked without. Right? And you guys don't know this, but Riley is literally on my shoulder right now. So I'm trying to be very still, so that way he doesn't come crash landing down on the desk, because he will do it. And Ichigo's here, who's sitting quietly. But as far as our belt goes, right? Our belt is a bit more restrictive this time. Ooh, inside chainmail. Didn't realize this before. Ah, that's pretty cool. They laced the inside with some chainmail. It's actually pretty cool. Line up some chainmail for us. But in this area right here around the sides, it won't allow us to go out as far as we want. Even though it is soft plastic, I am very wary of it stretching. So I just know that that's something I don't want to push too far. Even with going straight up, it's a little bit more restrictive now. But you do get a deeper cut in that leg joint now. You can actually rotate it as well. There is thigh swivel as well too. And there's the super generous ankle pivot. So posing your boy at Magnus shouldn't be a problem. Just be aware of the slight restrictions that are now there. So let's see. Yeah, still looks good. Now, I also want to talk about for a second that he is still compatible with human hands because he uses the 1.0 body. Just want to show you guys it. I'll show those towards the end of the video. I forgot I was zoomed in, y'all. But yeah. Magnus looks good. Real quick though, we're going to talk about these accessories. So, Magnus doesn't come with a lot, but it is very nice that what he does come with, right? So, you will get a helmeted head. There we go. Looking pretty sweet. You get that knight helmet head. You do get a, I forgot what this is called. A plume. And my plume is pretty sticky. But the plume does come in black. Pops in, pops out. So in case you don't want that there, you can just put a normal knight head. Or you can add plume. For some decoration. We do get a scimitar. The curved blade weapon. You get a short battle axe. And I believe you get a bandolier, but I can't find it right now. I think Riley snatched it up. But yeah. You get a nice batch for 35 bucks. And again, if you don't know where to get these, you could pre-order via the Source Horseman when they do go up, or check out the in-stock sale. Or if you miss out, you can pay a little more from places like Empire Toy Shop and Big Bad Toy Store. So yeah. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to jump into these size comparisons. We're going to compare Chuck Magnus to a bunch of other figures, as well as Mythic Legions. So let's get to it. So before we jump into size comparisons, I actually want to note that I am very tired, and I should not be doing this late at night. Because I forgot simple things. The simple fact that Chuck Magnus does come with pauldrons. Now, let's attach these pauldrons, and you can see that they add a little bit more nice color separation to add to the skirt, which is actually really dope. So that red and black actually looks even better now as we add that on to this. It looks really good. I like that a lot. Now, let's talk about our bandolier that Riley stole. So we do have a nice bandolier to wrap around. You'll also get adapters. So you'll get your 2.0 adapter and your 1.0 adapter. You'll also get an extending adapter, right? You will also get a shield. Very important. This shield will come with a 2.0 handle to hold. And there you have it. Now we jump into the size comparisons, right? So let's do that. I'm going to leave his really nice pauldrons on. As you can see, there's two red shield soldiers behind him, right? So even if we put one of these guys here, you can see how these guys stack up. These have their big helmet version on. And yes, they do come in multiple head scopes. I will talk about that when I review them. Next up, we have a normal knight, also using that 1.0 body, right? Here is Vorthog on a Silverhorn Sentry mixed match armor body. As you see, those 1.0s kind of all scale with each other really well. Here is McFarlane's Geralt, The Witcher. In the Witcher stance, just a tad bit bigger than that of Mythic Legions, which is actually pretty funny. I expected them to be around the same size, not much bigger. But it does work out. Because if the Witcher's some cool magical dude, right? Wouldn't it be cool if he was just a little bit bigger? A little bit more intimidating to normal knights? Here he is with a Black Series Boba Fett. Right. Get cool, Boba. Here we are with Orange Steelhide, the dwarf. Here's Malifar, the Demo Goblin. So you can see just what you're getting into if you collect other legions. Next up, we have... Ooh, what can we do? Let me turn the lights down just a little bit. Oh, you know what? Just in case, here's Beta Ray Bill, in case you wanted to team up with some knights. Like if they were Asgardian or something. So Marvel Legends bigger bodies kind of work... Oh, that's right in the way. Marvel Legends larger bodies work slightly well. Actually, they fit in really well because Beta Ray Bill is just a big buff dude. I love it. Here is a Mythic Legions Hadriana 2.0 body, which they're in the same group, so this actually works out really well. Then we have our big baddie of this wave, which is Arethyr himself. I have to get around to reviewing him and his horse. I definitely need a sound mind and to do that in a good time. As you can see, he stands a tad bit bigger. Actually, if we're counting the flame, he stands really much bigger. But even if we go from head to toe, he's just slightly, ever so slightly bigger. Right? Here we are. Ooh. Here is Ronin Ichigo on a Mezco body. Doo-doo-doo. Looking good next to these guys. The Wandering Samurai Cat from Another Land. Here we are. A Cobra Infantryman. An SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuga. Oh. Very important. Add a Predator to it. Here's NECA Battle Damage City Hunter. Excuse me. Here is a Lightning Collection White Ranger, who won't stand right now, so I'll hold him up ever so gently. And I think that just about covers most people I have in front of me, with the exception of like Kurzog, right? So yeah, this has been fun. Thank you for putting up with me being extremely tired of making mistakes, especially if you made it all the way through. I appreciate you, for real. As always, guys, I hope you enjoy Chuck Magnus. Hope you like the size comparisons. I hope you have fun and deep dive into Mythic Legions and their lore. It's been pretty cool. And if you like fantasy stuff like I do, you'll be completely captivated like D&D. So please, as always, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.